Bill Maher defends Dave Chapelle, knocks critics. Everyone needs to Netflix and chill the F out. Fox News story. Netflix has stood behind the closer, which critics have decried as transphobic over remarks Chapelle made supporting J.K. Rowling, and the gender is based in fact, declaring himself on Team TERF, trans exclusionary radical feminist. The special has caused a stir among some Netflix employees who have slammed their employer for backing Chapelle. What the F was that reaction? Maher said, everyone needs to Netflix and chill out. Really, Dave's special is offensive, but not the show where the Koreans murder each other for money. Maher quipped, referring to the hit Netflix series Squid Game. Maher's audience still seemed timid to react to his remarks on the subject. He warned them, well, get used to this because we're going to be talking about it a lot here. We can't be afraid to speak in America, he added. Freaking Bill Maher, man.
Give your thoughts, Pat.
Freaking Bill Maher. Are you kidding me? Good power. Love what Bill Maher is doing. More power to you, buddy. This guy's one of the scariest people in America today is Bill Maher to the left.
Yes.
Here's a guy that's been supportive of the left. They're sitting there saying, Bill, aren't you supposed to be on our side? It's like, no. I'm going to talk about like these things that he's talking about. He said yesterday, he said this a couple months ago in August, I think. He said, for the longest time, I would always make fun of conservative comedy. I said, there's no place for conservative comedy. You can't do conservative comedy. He says, because Dennis Miller, who's a great comedian, tried to do comedy making fun of Nancy Pelosi for 10 minutes. You can't make fun of Nancy Pelosi for 10 minutes. He says, but Sarah Palin, I can make of her because Nancy Pelosi's not dumb. Sarah Palin is actually his words. He called her a moron, which, you know, agree or disagree, that's his words. But he said today, liberals have gone so far to one side that if there's ever been a time to have comic and comedy making fun of the left, today's the season because you're doing it to yourself. This is one of them. Yeah. Your thoughts on this since you're in that world?
Look, you know, as a former comedian, I've hung out with Joe Rogan before. I've hung out with Dave Chapelle multiple times. I've never hung out with Bill Maher, but he is definitely on my like top 5 people that I would love to hang with and learn from. These are the people that I look at as someone who identifies as a Democrat or whatever you want to call me. I love Bill Maher. I love Dave Chapelle. I love even a Rogan who's a liberal / conservative, whatever he is. Dave Chapelle cannot be canceled. It's not going to happen. I did a poll on my Instagram story, and I said, can Dave Chapelle be canceled? 99% said no. I mean...
I'm going to put that on Twitter.
Okay.
See what people
it's not going to happen. I mean, what percent... And I think he's getting a lot, like the word transphobic. Like, the phobic. It's a fear of something. It's like a hate-mongering theme. That's not what he's doing. Even when I used to do stand-up and what I love about Dave Chapelle, it's not racist if you make fun of everybody.
Yeah.
Equal opportunity. Anybody can get it. White people, black people, Latino people, trans people, gay people, Jewish people, Catholic people, Christian people. Anyone can get it. And that's the point that I think we're missing.
Nothing in comedy's off limits.
Nothing's off limits. Just because he's talking about your people doesn't mean he hates you.
No.
Okay? If you've ever seen Chappelle's show, and when he does the player haters ball, he's done entire skits about just hating on people. It's fucking funny. It's humor. You're not going to cancel Dave Chapelle, and 99.9% of people agree with me.
Nothing in comedy's off limits, and if you're a good comedian, you're a chronic button pusher.
I agree.
You're always
And
getting
he's one of them. You have any thoughts on this?
That's just the biggest thing that stood out to me was the last point. Maher's, he's been in...
Bill Maher.
Yeah, Bill Maher, sorry. Yeah. Brain fart. Has been in the news every week for the past couple weeks on the statements he's made, right? And every time you go watch his audience, they have no idea what to think.
He's on fire right now.
But they don't know what to do. They don't know whether to support him, to go against him, to clap.
Laugh,
right, they're completely lost. This goes back to the Joe Manchin thing. The Democratic Party has no idea what they're doing right now, or where to go, what direction to go.
When you have vocal people like this saying, listen, these people on the left are getting a little too crazy, and I'm a Democrat. I've said it before. You got to call out your own side.
So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.